Hey everybody, welcome back to the Round of Mill. My name is Adam Nixon and finally we have another sort of main channel video. I know you guys have been loving the podcast, so I just want to say thank you very much for enjoying those. But I do want to keep spicing up the content a little bit because otherwise I don't want 6 or 7 podcasts in a row. I'm trying to do like 2 or 3 and then a main channel video and then so on. So what I thought I would do today is go through some of the lineups that have come out in the last couple of weeks since me and Ruben did that last podcast. And go through some reactions because we've had community drop today, which was kind of a big shock, but excellent that that's back. And what we're going to do is just go through a few of the lineups that weren't out when I did that podcast, as I say, and let's just have a little chat about them because it's getting all excited, it's ramping up, and hopefully Reading and Leeds second wave will be next. If you're new around here, my name is Adam Nixon. I host the Round Mill. I also do a podcast named The Festival Circuit with Ruben, where we talk about all things festivals and not just Reading and Leeds. And to be honest with you, it's not just a Reading and Leeds channel, it's just what I named it when I created it. We're getting a load of cool guests on the festival circuit, so if you are interested in that sort of thing, make sure you hit subscribe. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subs by Reading, kind of, so yeah, make sure you hit subscribe. Okay, so first of all, let's go on to Community London. It was a one-day festival that's been running for the last few years, but 2020 and 2021 it didn't run, so this is the first time it's back for a few years. If you're not aware of the festival, we've seen the likes of Catfish and the Bottom headline before, Two Door Cinema Club headlined before, Don Barocco headlined before. Other acts include the Wombats, Blossoms, the Cooks. Don Barocco didn't headline, it was the Cooks headline, sorry, I do apologise. And the Hunter. There was one year which I wanted to go to, I don't know why I didn't, but 2019 was the Cooks, Blossoms, Don Barocco, the Hunter, Jerry Cinnamon, Seagulls. I mean, that's a fantastic lineup, but it is back, and let's talk about the 2022 lineup. Okay, so the headliner returning is Two Door Cinema Club. We haven't seen them on too many festival lineups this year, so it's quite cool that they're headlining the festival. Underneath them are the Wombats and Nothing But Thieves. The Wombats obviously off of that brand new album that is absolutely fantastic, so it's great to see them there, and means we probably won't see them at Reading and Leeds, nor Two Door Cinema Club, nor Nothing But Thieves. Nothing But Thieves is another name that's there. We've seen them at a couple of festivals this year. And below Two Door Cinema Club, the Wombats and Nothing But Thieves are Circle Waves, Pale Waves, and then also appearing include Abby Roberts, Alfie Templeman, Bears in Trees, Big Image, Courting Crawlers, Daisy Brain, Just Wondering, Kid Brunswick, Molly Berman, Police Car Collective, Pre-Skate, and the Let Go. So only a few of those names I know, but yeah, pretty cool that it's back. I was a little bit underwhelmed, but only because I think that last lineup was so good, and it was great to see people like Jerry Cinnamon, like 7 names down, because obviously he wasn't as big as he is now. So I think I'm a little bit disappointed, but then I've got to remember this is all on one day. We've got Two Door. Underneath Two Door, we've got Wombats and Nothing But Thieves. I mean, I imagine if there's 2 stages, they're going to have Nothing But Thieves, maybe headline one, and the other one will be Two Door, then Wombats. That's only a suggestion. I just imagine they won't have Two Door and the Wombats headlining at both at the same time. Don't actually know how community works, so if you want to let me know, that'd be great. But other names like Circle Waves and Pale Waves, fantastic addition to the festival. I'm really, really excited about this one. I think it's going to be one I'm going to go to because it's in Finsbury Park. Now, Finsbury Park are hosting a collective of names this year, including the Sam Fender gig, which sees other acts like Fontaines DC, Declan McKenna and Beaver DB also performing on that day. We also have the Finsbury Park day for Rex Orange County, I think. Yes, we do. We have Rex Orange County. Or is that Gunnersbury Park? Okay, so it's actually kind of what I guessed. So we've got Community London on at Finsbury Park on Saturday the 16th of July because we've got Sam Fender on the Friday, which includes Sam Fender, Fontaines DC, David McKenna, Beaver Doobie, and that is on the 16th, Friday the 15th of July. Now we've got Community on the 16th, and on the Sunday we've got the George Ezra and Blossoms day at Finsbury Park, and it is Rex Orange County that's at Gunnersbury Park. So got a little bit confused there, very understandable, but yeah, so we've kind of got like a 3-day festival there. All held by Festival Republic. We've got Two Door, Wombats, Nothing But Thieves one day, Sam Fender, Fontaines the next day, and then George Ezra, Blossoms, Holly Humberston the day after. So it's a pretty cool few days. If you're going to any of them, let me know. I'm planning on going on to the Sam Fender day, which is the Friday, July. That should be fine, actually. So yeah, I'm going to be going to the Sam Fender one, I think, along with Ruben and a few others. So make sure you let me know if you are going and fancy any of these days, to be honest with you. And yeah, so Community London I'm pretty happy with. Me and Ruben ranked them when we did the podcast out of 5. So I'm going to give this a 3.5. I think if they had one really, I mean, Two Door Cinema Club are massive. I saw them at Reading. I'm really rambling this one, aren't I? But yeah, I'm going to give it a 3.5, I think. But it sounds pretty good, and I'm definitely tempted to go. Yeah, I'm going to go for a couple of lineups. They're not going to be super in-depth, but I would want to talk about my local festival, which is Victorious Festival. Now, Victorious Festival are known for having some pretty cool acts over the years. They had the Prodigy one year, that was a UK special exclusive. They had Royal Blood. They've also had some family names like Madness, Stereophonics over the years, and they've pulled an absolute blinder this year. So they have Stereophonics headline on the Friday, also with Primal Scream, James, Self-Esteem. That's all on one day. The Saturday they've got Paolo Nutini, yes, the Scottish phenomenon who's headlining Transmit this year that sold out like that. They managed to headline him at Victorious. On the same day, Bastille, the Wombats, Declan McKenna, Inhaler, sports team, like, what? And then on the Sunday, taking another leaf out of Transmit's book, Sam Fender. Now, I watched an interview with one of the organisers of Victorious, and he said they've been trying to get Sam Fender for a couple of years, and it's just all fell in the right time, the right place. So we've got Sam Fender on that day. Also on that day, the Libertines, Anne Marie, Nothing But Thieves, like Becky Hill as well. They pulled a blind out. If it wasn't on the same weekend as Reading and Leeds, I'd be there in an absolute heartbeat. But I'm going to Reading and Leeds. So, it's a little bit disappointing, but Victorious have done absolutely incredible. Other names that I haven't mentioned, Sophie Ellis Bextor, Alfie Templeman, what a surprise, Sam Ryder, Example, Ocean Colour Scene, Andy C. So, they've got some fantastic names on there. Some good comedians as well, Joel Dommett, Catherine Ryan and Russell Kane. So, they've done well, Victorious, and I'm sure you've all seen this and all thought, bloody hell, they've done well. So they have done incredible, and as my local festival, and for me to have, because I've spoken to a couple of the organisers before, and it makes me quite proud. So they've done really well, and I'll definitely give that a solid 4 out of 5. Okay, so the Boardmasters second wave is interesting. I'm going to go through quite a few of the names, because I can't remember who was added, but on Friday, they've got George Ezra, Damian Marley, Idols, and the Lathams. Now, the Lathams got a lot of hate for getting this top spot. I think they utterly deserve it. Granted, they're probably not as big as some of the other names who are also on these top spots, but they're definitely not. But they absolutely deserve it. They're incredible. They're fantastic. They're going to blow the roof off. It's going to be their biggest gig of yet, and they're going to be absolutely incredible. So I'm very jealous that I might not be seeing those because it's on the same weekend as August and stuff with work and stuff. I work, guys, so it's hard to get all these weekends off, but really cool. Other names on that day include Self-Esteem, Freya Ridings, Bruce C. So yeah, it's a pretty good overall Friday. You got some DJs on every day as well, that day being Joel Corey and Flava D. The Saturday they got Disclosure. Now Disclosure, George Ezra and Kings of Leon as the headliners were a little bit snoozy. Obviously Disclosure absolutely incredible, but the other two, On the Disclosure day they got Bastille, a personal favourite of mine. So Bastille and the Lathams are probably two of my favourite bands. Bombay Bicycle Club and Declan McKenna on that Saturday. So that Saturday is actually really strong. Disclosure, Bastille, Bombay and Declan McKenna. That's a top festival. Mimi Webb as well on that day. Sam Ryder, another name that I've already mentioned. Thomas Headon, Corrupt FM, Patrick Topping and Holy Goof. So some very strong Saturday DJs on that day as well. And then on the Sunday we're going to finish off with Kings of Leon, Tom Grennan and the Wombats. Another good 3. Kings of Leon a bit but Tom Grennan and the Wombats, fantastic acts. Jax Jones being the headline DJ, Lime Cordial, Joy Crooks also being on that day. So the second wave definitely improved the lineup. There were quite a lot of hate on that lineup, I think mainly because, I don't know, the first announcement was a little bit underwhelming. That second one brought it up a tad, but it's still not amazing. For what Boardmasters can do, I mean, they had that year with Skepta, 1975, and Kings of Leon, I think. That's ridiculous. So gone down a little bit, but Disclosure, Kings of Leon, fantastic. George Ezra is for some people. So yeah, for the Cornwall Festival, it's not too bad. I'm going to give it a 3 because it's all in perspective of how big they are and stuff. Neighbourhood Weekender was another one that got some new names. I'm going to run through this one quickly because I don't think too many got added. So on the Saturday, we've got Cortinas, DMAs, Becky Hill, the Lathams, James Bay, the Snuts, some fantastic names there. The Raytons as well was on that day, and Jamie Webster and Wetleg. Okay, that's a good day. Sunday, we've got Kasabian, Blossoms, Tom Grennan, Manic Street Preachers, Pale Waves, Razorlight and Halo, the Amazons, Scouting for Girls, the Bootleg Beatles. There's some great names on there too. So Neighbourhood Weekender, just to touch on it quickly, is actually a really good little festival there. It's up in Warrington, so I mean it's quite far away from me, so that might be quite near for you, but yeah, that's not half bad. I mean, Kasabian and Blossoms as your headliners, a bit I think Cortina's is a better headliner than both of those, but yeah, that's not too bad. I give that probably a 3.5, about the same as Community. We go on to Tramlines. No, Tramlines is good. They released a second wave, so they've got Sam Fender, James Declan McKenna. The new names including Bad Boy Chiller Crew, Lady Lisha, Baby Queen, Clockworks. Saturday, Kasabian, The Vaccines, and Sigrid. Now that's a snooze day, if I'm honest. Vaccines I don't mind. Kasabian I've never been a huge fan of. Don't mind them. Sigrid as well. A good festival act, but no one's going for that Saturday. Everyone's going for that Friday at the moment. Sunday we've got Madness, The Wombats, Becky Hill. Other names include Kelly, Scanter for Girls, Elvana. They're the new additions, but yeah, actually, compared to, like, Tramlines is quite a big festival, quite a lot of people go, but compare Tramlines to some other names we've seen, including Victorious. Like, Victorious is obviously going to be bigger because they've blown out of the park compared to them, but I mean, Tramlines, are you getting excited about Tramlines? Like, I don't mind it, and I'll give it a 3, but that's as much as I can give it, and it doesn't excite me as much as before, apart from the one and only Sam Fender. But he's everywhere at the moment, that's the thing, he's everywhere. He's so good, he's incredible, he's a huge talent, but he is everywhere at the moment. It's his perfect year to get all these bookings, so fair play. TRNSMT second lineup, or should I say second wave, they really did sort out the stage splits. It's looking like a good festival. So we've got Paolo Nutini and Sam Fender on the same day for TRNSMT. Nile Rodgers, Tom Grennan, The Lathams, Ella Henderson, all on the same day, including Bieber Doobie, M. Huncho, The Regrets, all on the same day. So that Friday is really, really strong. So for the Saturday, we're looking at The Strokes, Foals, The Snuts, Fontaines DC, really, really strong. Griff, for example, on that same day. Jimmy Eat World is the headliner for the King Tut stage. Maximo Park, Self Esteem, Wet Leg, Kenna Hoopla, CVC all on that same day. Okay, so we're getting somewhere with TRNSMT. That's really, really good. And then the Sunday, we've got Lewis Capaldi, Wolf Alice, DMA, Sigrid, Mimi Webb, Sigala, Easy Life all on that day. That's looking good too. Also, Thomas Heaton, Jamie Webster, Alfie Templeman, the Raytons on the baby stage down there, the River stage. So TRNSMT's looking strong. Not as strong as it has been before, but really, really good. Paolo Nutini and Sam Fender on the same day is a big move. The Strokes and Foals, the Snuts and Fontaines DC on the same day. That's a strong day. And Lewis Capaldi, if you love Lewis Capaldi, great. Wolf Alice, DMA, Sigrid all on that same day. Easy Life on the other stage as well. So TRNSMT's really, really good, and I'm happy to give that a 3.5. Going into a 4, actually, I'm going to rank it about a 4 too, because they haven't done, oh my God, I've just booted my tripod. Okay, so the angle might have gone a little bit different, but yeah, I'm happy to give TRNSMT a 4. I think that does boost Victorious up though for the size of the festival, so I'm going to give Victorious a 4.5. And we've also got just a little bit of special mention here. We have Strawberries and Cream, which have done quite well. Little Wayne is like the big UK festival exclusive headliner. LMI, Mabel and Thames, Tion Wayne, Getz, Subfocus Wilkinson. So yeah, for that sort of festival, I think they've done really, really well. I'm not going to give a rating on that because I don't actually know how good that is. A few of those names I don't know, if I'm deadly honest. It's not really my sort of music, but I can appreciate what they've done there. Sorry I keep looking down, but I've got like the lineups here. But I think they're the main ones I'm going to touch on. I think some of those done really well. I wanted to do it fairly quickly, and the big news being Community is back, and for a one-day festival, that's a very, very popular festival. So it's great to see that back. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video and are going to enjoy the main channel content coming back. Let me know what else you want to see in this sort of form, because obviously the podcast is great because we've got some chats coming up, and obviously we've got some great ones coming out soon. We announced that we've got the horror coming on. That's all recorded, that's all good. That's going to be out, not the next pod, but the pod after, because the next one is going to be talking about who's going to be added to that Reading and Leeds lineup, and that's with Jack Webb once again. So a little bit of an exclusive there. We haven't announced that yet, but we're teaming back up with Jack to talk about who's going to be on that Reading and Leeds next announcement, because it's going to be soon. Don't know when, don't have any inside information, but it's going to be soon. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy. I'm going to be back, I think, when the Glastonbury lineup's out, and we're going to do the same sort of thing for Glastonbury. Obviously, I always do the Reading and Leeds reaction as a main channel as well. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. My name has, of course, been Adam Nixon. If you want to see more content like this, let me know what it is. Again, if you made it all this far, please hit subscribe, because I'd really appreciate it. We're going for 1,000 subscribers, because that's honestly a dream come true. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. My name has been Adam, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.